There's a term that's been going around for the last year or so, to my understanding. Maybe longer. It probably was going around longer, probably since it happened. But there was a lot of, like, specific games that got the quote-unquote Rona boost. Right? The pandemic created a situation in which a lot more people were playing a lot of video games, and just generally video games that wouldn't appeal to a majority of people. A majority of people were definitely like, you know what? Let's see what this business is all about. Right? For example, Final Fantasy VII Remake. That game got boosted to hell and back, to numbers that they never would have even considered for Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like, I know they had high expectations, but that boost blew it out of the water. Like, nasty work. Like, the franchises that have been built off of that particular boost is insane, right? The epitome of that, the entire concept around that, is built upon what happened with Animal Crossing. That is the definition of it. Because it was just the perfect game for the perfect time. Nobody was leaving. Everybody was at home. Everybody was just, talking to their friends over probably Discord, maybe. I was talking to friends over Snapchat at the time. Unfortunate decision, I know, but, it happens. But that was crazy, because it was a weird situation in which a lot of people realized that Animal Crossing New Horizons gave us too much and not enough at the same time in terms of content, right? Everybody and their mothers were talking about how Animal Crossing was the best thing to happen since sliced bread, right? But then, like, a year or so later, not even a full year later, I think, once things died down, everybody was able to go outside, people were coming back to Animal Crossing and being like, this game's kind of ass. Like, the updates were weak. The, villagers that you could obtain, they were all saying the same general nonsense, like the same lines over and over again. The abilities that we had to go to certain islands and stuff like that, the work it took to get there, everything got nerfed. All of our money building and stuff like that got stupid nerfed out the wazoo. It was just an unfortunate situation to watch Animal Crossing New Horizons just kind of die out like that, because there's a lot of things that you just couldn't do until you got the credits, and then after you got the credits, I don't know, maybe you were still playing like that. Me personally, I was kind of whatever about it. Once Final Fantasy VII came out like a month later, I was good. I was done with Animal Crossing. So, all this to say, it is 2025. We're mere weeks away from it. By the time you see this, it'll be like maybe a week or so away for the Switch 2. And I can't help but wonder, what's up with Animal Crossing? What's going on with that? Because, one of my most recent videos was talking about a very similar situation in which if we had something of like a roadmap and consistent updates with, new villagers and, new things to do, of course, as with any game, we could definitely see a situation in which people would definitely feel a lot better about the general happenings of Animal Crossing New Horizon, as opposed to, a good handful of people having a bad taste left in their mouths after realizing that we actually had a lot more going on in New Leaf than New Horizon, which is alarming in of itself. But regardless, Animal Crossing, despite how you feel about New Horizon, still one of Nintendo's biggest. Animal Crossing is enormous as an IP, and there's no way we're not getting anything else with Animal Crossing, right? But here's the thing. With the Switch 2 coming out, we've gotten a bunch of information about all of the Switch 2 editions and all of the games that are getting Switch 2 updates so that they could get improved frame rate, graphical capabilities in some cases, yada yada yada, whatever. Animal Crossing is on neither of those lists. Despite Animal Crossing New Horizon being one of Nintendo's biggest and best-selling games of the entire Switch 1 era, it's not getting anything that is by and far the most insane part of all of this to me is that Animal Crossing New Horizons isn't getting any form of performance update. It's not getting a Switch 2 edition that's going to get specific, DLCs or anything like that, like Kirby and the Forgotten Land is getting. It just gets nothing. Even though getting updates for that game could definitely allow the devs for, who are, I assume, working heavy on the next title, a little more time to polish up and get things correct. But then again, this is Animal Crossing we're talking about. The distance between New Leaf and New Horizon was absolutely insane. I have to imagine it's a similar situation for the next Animal Crossing game because it's been a while since New Horizon. It's already been over 5 years now. It's at the point where people don't even talk about the anniversary for Animal Crossing New Horizon anymore. So that's kind of where we're at. What a time. So, with that being said, is there a new Animal Crossing on the horizon? Wow, that was bad. Is there a new Animal Crossing in development as we speak? Probably, but is it closer than we might think? Right? Because here's the thing. 5 years, that's a pretty decent amount of time to be working on another Animal Crossing. But then again, I don't know. I mean, maybe they weren't working on it immediately or anything like that. It might have been like maybe 4 years, maybe even 3, that they've been working on this next Animal Crossing. And if that's the case, I don't know. Is it a situation where we won't expect it anytime soon? Is this just something we probably won't see until like the middle of the Switch 2's era? If we're to see another Animal Crossing at all, I assume so. I can't imagine a situation in which we don't see another major Animal Crossing game, and they know damn well that we want a real Animal Crossing game and not the party game that we got last time. And this is, for the record, this is coming from somebody that's not like crazy about Animal Crossing. I am I'm passive on Animal Crossing. I played New Leaf and I played New Horizon. I can live with or without it. If we get a new one, cool. If it looks good enough, yeah, I'll check it out. But otherwise, after this, I don't know when I'm going to think about Animal Crossing again. The only reason I'm thinking about Animal Crossing right now is because I find it very weird that a game like ARMS is getting an update, a game that's been dead for ages, as opposed to Animal Crossing, a game that people still do casually play every now and again, and it's not getting a Switch 2 update, Switch 2 edition, or anything else. Seems weirdly backwards to me. I don't know. I just see the whole Switch 2 edition upgrade update thing as an opportunity to get people more interested in coming back to it, or if you're not doing that, then you better have something planned for the next big thing. And now that I say that out loud, I'm a little worried that them giving this update to ARMS is their way of being yep, this is the best it's gonna get, and ARMS is no more, and I will crash out. I will lose my mind. So I don't know. I'm just on the fence when it comes to whatever's going on with Animal Crossing, because I would definitely prefer if we did get, a new Animal Crossing with, all of the proper steps in place to be able to make that game, run for a much longer time than New Horizons ever did. I feel like it deserves a lot better than whatever New Horizons got, because that game was supposed to be updated for years on end, only for it to stop getting updates like a year or two in, which is absolutely no time at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we're at right now. But I can't imagine a situation in which they just kind of let New Horizons completely die and we don't get anything else afterwards sooner, right? So if we're not getting any updates, this has to be the assumption this has to be under the assumption that they're already working on something new for Animal Crossing. We should make a wish list situation for that, right? We should definitely talk about what we want from a new Animal Crossing, what we would, prefer to see, and what kind of mechanics and stuff should be available day one, and what should be put in through updates, right? I think that would be fun, but I have to play more Animal Crossing again to really get an idea of what I would want, and that requires me to re-download the game and actively play it, and I don't see myself doing that, so we'll have to see. Maybe I'll leave it to you guys or anybody that wants to talk about it, but we'll play that one by ear. But regardless, that just about does it for me. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over in your direction. I want you guys to tell me everything that you're thinking in the comment section below. Do you think that it's strange that we haven't gotten anything in regards to Animal Crossing New Horizons in terms of updates or Switch 2 editions, and that they've just been generally silent in terms of anything when it comes to that game, and that we should be worried about that? Or is it, you know, are you on the opposing side? We're definitely getting a new Animal Crossing game, or at the very least, they're just kind of saving the update and the upgrade for a later date, possibly even after we get the Switch 2 at some point in the future, and so that we will have some way, shape, or form to play an updated, upgraded version of Animal Crossing. Tell me everything that you guys are thinking in the comment section below, because you know for a fact that I am always, always, always going to be down there with you guys. But with that, it does appear to be skedaddle o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and do just so. I'd like to thank you guys ever so much for watching. I truly do hope you enjoyed. Do me the greatest favor of dropping a like and a comment, and consider subscribing for more content just like this here. And with that, I'm Gonzo. Thanks again, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Do me the greatest favor, taking good ass care, and I'll see you all next time.